I gotta do something with this. Excuse me. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh. Hello, Everlasting Bloom. Hello, April Skaggs. Hello, RP Today. Renee Hoyle Poyle. Owatonna Siam. James Cox. Could it be Jim Cox? Jim Cox, are you there? An old boss I had about 30 some odd years ago. Hello, Virginia. Could he be watching? Could he be up at this time? Could there be multiple Jim Coxes? Probably, I guess there could be. Hello, DeWitt. Yvette. Evil, as in Evil Knievel. Larry. Everlasting Blooms liking the live. I so appreciate that. Apologize in advance for a little bit of the congestion and cold and raspiness and sultriness and sexiness of my voice today. I was thinking about getting my voice prepared this morning, making it sound especially rhythmic and especially in tune and especially like me. But then I realized, hey, it's already my voice. I don't have to do a darn thing. I'm just going to go with it, see how it sounds like. I look like Michael Jackson. Well, thank you. Sandy Shepard, good morning. Oh, beautiful morning on the coffee on the porch. I wonder what Sandy Shepard's view is. Again, I like to think she's a mountain mama. I was just listening to a little John Denver radio, and I don't know. Been looking at places in the mountains, dreaming dreams for down the road or for someday. It's kind of fun. I talk a lot about living in the moment and living in the moment, being in the moment, not thinking too far about the future or too far in the past. But it's sometimes fun to dream a little bit. And I've been doing some dreaming and looking at real estate and faraway places and thinking about, I don't know, beautiful places I could live. Good morning to everybody. Thank you so much for joining. We got a nice audience tuning in. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Sunday morning. I believe it's September 3rd. I don't have my watch on, which freaks me out. It's probably about 6:20 a.m., I believe. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fully do this. See this? See what this is? See what this is? This is me not having a watch on. And now I will not know how long I talk for. And that can be problematic. Sometimes I get talking long. Sometimes I talk a little shorter. I like to keep it around 25 minutes to 40 minutes. Sandy Shepard says it's 7:24. Well, Sandy Shepard, at 8 o'clock your time, let me know. Wow, we have a nice audience this morning. Must have been a lot of people up looking for somebody to talk to, and I'm glad I could be there for you. So thank you all for joining. Please subscribe to my page or follow my page or what have you. And I so appreciate you. But anyway, this is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking and sharing some things, sharing a little bit about my morning. It's a show I've done for, almost four years, 3 months. It started in June of 2019. I was living in a dark apartment. I was feeling sad. I was missing the woman of my dreams, missing the family of my dreams, the dog of my dreams, the home of my dreams, and trying to deal with life away from my dreams. And that was hard for me because I thought I found this perfect woman who had a perfect family, who had perfect dreams and goals and ambitions that matched mine. She was crazy. Oh, yes, she was crazy. But her crazy kind of matched my crazy. And I think she was a woman that meant a lot to me and still means a lot to me. And I missed her, and I was in a dark place and hurting, and realized that talking about my stuff made me feel a little bit better. And Here I am 4.5 years later, kind of doing it in a different format, in a different form. Somebody just said that'd be over 1,000 lives in 4.5 years. Originally, I was just doing it a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock. Actually, originally, I was doing it whenever I woke up and had my first sip of coffee on Saturday mornings. And then I started doing it every Saturday at 8 o'clock, and the audience would grow, and I had I don't know, a lot of fun with it. And here I am, yeah, still doing it. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know, ah! You know how they say haste makes waste? I just had a little cold coffee, and I very haphazardly dumped it into the side, and it landed on a cushion. Landed on a cushion. It's an outdoor cushion, and I hoping that that doesn't stain, but we won't worry too much about the stain on this outdoor cushion, because as a matter of fact, now that I look at it, there's some bird poop next to my stain. Get out of my dark space. Somebody lost her fiance a year ago. Sandy Shepard from West Virginia did. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's hard when you lose. And again, I don't know when you say you lost. Was it a separation, or was it a passing, or what have you? But it's hard when you lose somebody you love or you care about, or you think that completes you, or that yeah, makes all the difference in the world. So sorry about that, Sandy. Hope I wish you peace, and I wish you happiness, and I wish you progress, and getting a little better every day. And thank you for following and being. Oh wow. Thank you for being part of or joining my show. Sorry to hear that. Who stole my hair? Stress, anxiety, the stock brokerage business, Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers, Paul Barber. I mean, I feel bad. I'm blaming Paul Barber. It's not his fault. He was a client of mine that lost a bunch of money with me. And he was the reason. He was the straw that broke the camel's back for my brokerage career, when I had to call him twice in one day and tell him that a stock he owned got cut in half, and that we had to liquidate his portfolio before it went negative. And yeah. Hey, Sheila from Arkansas, how are you? How cool is Arkansas? I was talking earlier. Wait a minute. Usually it's RJ distracting me. And I got a regular viewer named RJ who asked me all sorts of questions, asked me what type of cheeses I like, what I had for dinner, what type of coffee I'm drinking. And he distracts me from the other big part of this show. And for those that have been watching a while, you know, this isn't just a show about me talking and sharing some feelings and sharing the ups and downs that we all have. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I have a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I'm so excited to take my first sip. My only hope I have at this early hour is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. It's the fall blend. It's the Starbucks fall blend. The place I usually get it from was out of pumpkin spice. And was out of pumpkin spice. And the first pot, I'll say, was made with a little special attention to detail and a special little bit of love, and added some cinnamon and added some nutmeg. And then the first pot is all gone, and I'm on second pot. Yes, oh yes, oh yes, I'm on the second pot. And this one doesn't have all the attention to detail, the little extra love. Maxim, I appreciate you asking about the cinnamon dolce, but no, it's not the cinnamon dolce. I've had a problem finding it. I have viewers sending me pictures of bags of cinnamon dolce coffee, which is my favorite. And they'll send it and go, hey, I was at this store, and look, they have cinnamon dolce. And And then I'll get another person, hey, I saw it at Walmart. They had the cinnamon dolce. Oh, but the stores I go to don't have the cinnamon dolce. So I struggle, I suffer, and I drink the fall blend without the special love, the special attention to detail that was given to it this morning. So let's have a little more. Let's love on. I talk about loving the one you're with and enjoying the moment. And I don't know, a lot of things. And I think they all come back to enjoying the cup of coffee you're drinking at the time. I mean, it's still pretty nice. I brought a couple guest stars out today, a banana and a granola bar, because I was kind of hungry. It's no fun drinking your second pot of coffee on an empty tummy. So I apologize in advance for any crumbs I may have on my face or any open mouth chewing as I eat my granola bar. I'll try and be as polite as possible and not talk with my mouth full and nibble quietly while I'm eating my granola bar. What a beautiful morning. I just looked up. It's amazing because it's staying darker so much later now. And I don't know. Time passes. It's into September now. I noticed on the way to the swimming pool, or we noticed some leaves were slightly changing. There was a little rust color in some of the leaves. I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois, Karma Jolene. I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois. Naperville is a town of about 145,000 people, about 35 miles west of Chicago. Give you a quick view of where I'm at. There's the yard, kind of the neighborhood, kind of a pretty area, nice piece of property. Talked about it yesterday. It's a corner lot, which tend to draw my eyes and attract me when I'm looking for a home initially, but then after I move in and realize the amount of mowing you have to do on a corner lot, it can be problematic. But anyway, a little more coffee. I think I had a guy called Joe Harrison follow the live. I appreciate anybody that follows the live creator. I have a lot of fun on this platform. Again, I've been doing it for a long time, and it's kind of like therapy to me. I get to bare my soul and talk about stuff, and feels like a safe place, but at times it's anything but a safe place. It's a very dangerous place at times. But anyway, I bare my soul just the same. I heard a loud noise over there. I was driving through the neighborhood the other day. I don't know if you guys have oak trees around you with big old acorns. We were on a walk the other day and going through cul-de-sac in our neighborhood. And as we were walking along, I noticed a ton of large acorns on the ground. And talked to a neighbor woman and was wondering if an acorn that falls from a tall oak tree lands on your car, does it put a door ding? I think that it might. And that would be a problem. I was driving through the neighborhood and I felt like something hit my car the other day. And it did. It was a large acorn had fallen off one of the trees and thumped my car. I'm not super uptight about my car. I know I have a friend, but he owns one of these old AMC, I don't know, it's orange and it was in the 60s, and he won't park it in a parking lot. And I have people that are so concerned about getting door dings, they'll park on a line so they have, they'll take up 2 spaces with their car. And that's not me. I don't really worry about it a whole heck of a lot, my car getting beat up. But I certainly don't want acorns falling from the sky, beating the poop out of my car. You just sold your 310-acre farm, and you're moving. Wow, 310 acres sounds like a lot. Sounds like a real lot. Let me have a little more of my granola bar. It's not even a granola bar. I falsely named it. It's a Nutri-Grain bar. I should put this on my link tree. Wonder how much commission I'd make for selling a Nutrigrain bar. You'd have the Amazon dealer come in. Here you go. Here's your Nutrigrain bar. That'll be 75 cents, please. You have a wedding band on. What did I miss? Hi, Jerry. You didn't miss anything. I like my wedding band. It's mine. I like wearing it. I'll tell you what. I've been talking about myself as a twice divorced dad of 4 beautiful kids. And every time I said I'm twice divorced, I would say I'm unfortunately twice divorced. I feel like a failure. And I think that weight hurt me. And I was carrying that around. And I think, here's a little advice to anybody out there that's struggling with relationship issues or divorced or widowed or what have you, or missing their significant other. Go get yourself a ring. Pop it on. I'll tell you what, I feel like I'm part of a cool crowd. Maybe it's false advertising. Oh, yes, it's false advertising. Oh, yes, it's false advertising. But who the hell cares? I put it on about 5 days ago because I liked it. It matches my watch. It feels good. I like to play with it. I like the way it, I don't know. I like it. I like being part of a club. Even if I'm not officially on the guest list or on the invite list. And I like wearing it. It feels good. I feel like I'm not a twice divorced failure, but I'm a member of a group that's making it happen and that believes in something more than themselves. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing. It might not make sense, but it doesn't need to make sense. It makes sense to me. No, I'm not Dave Crockett. Thank you. Now, that's a good question, Tom. I'm going to have a little bit of my banana. And again, I'm going to try and be polite with you here. Wow, Everlasting Bloom is a heck of a moderator. They reached out to me, jealous of other moderators, and said, hey, I'm on your page every day. I support you. Why can't I be a moderator? Makes me a little suspicious. Anyone that wants to be a moderator that bad, you have to wonder about. So I'm going to keep an eye on you, Everlasting Blue. But I appreciate the work you're doing and the rapidity with which you mute various viewers. But anyway, a little more coffee. I don't know what I have for you. It's Sunday morning. Good morning, Chris Dawson. It's Sunday morning. And again, it's Labor Day weekend. I'm so excited to have the day off. For anybody new, I work at a super Target. I stock shelves in the cereal aisle. Oh, I do. Hello, Zach. And was a realtor for 17 years. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty hard switching gears when you're in your mid-50s and you were in a career you thought you were going to do the rest of your life. And you weren't sure you wanted to, but you figured that's just the way life's going. And sometimes some days you'll wake up and you'll realize life's going one way. And you'll realize maybe you don't want it to go that way. And maybe you need to, I don't know, move the rudder or change the sail or whatever yachting term I'm looking for and get life going in a slightly different direction. And that's kind of what I did over the last couple of years, and it's kind of scary, and I made a lot of changes, and I switched careers, and I had a baby, and I got married, and I think I got divorced in there too. However, I'm still rocking the ring like nobody's business. And again, switch careers was a big thing because I stopped drinking. That was get out of here. I had a little bug fly into my coffee cup. The last thing I need. The last thing a guy that has a coffee show needs is a little bug flying in his coffee. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, it's kind of challenging when you're in your mid-50s and you're doing a job, but you're not sure it's the job for you. And again, it was a business, which I enjoyed, selling real estate. But I didn't feel good about doing it. I didn't feel good about getting your guys' contact information and following up with you and chasing down every lead and smiling ear to ear and saying, hey, if you ever know anyone buying or selling, send them my way. Just didn't seem like a profession. You know, I did fairly okay. But I don't want to do just fairly okay. And at the beginning of the year, I left it under weird circumstances. And I've been trying to reinvent myself and refigure myself and find new things. And I needed a job, and I needed some security, and I needed a schedule. So I started working at Super Target. And it's been fairly cool. It's been an interesting experience, and I've been there longer than I expected. And I'll tell you what, it feels nice having a couple days off on this weekend. And I'll be back to working tomorrow, and back to stocking shelves. And you guys will all be out barbecuing and being by the pool. But today's my Labor Day, and my Sunday, my free day, my day that I hang out with my little nugget of love, Augie. But I've been hanging out with my little nugget of love, Augie, a lot lately. And really enjoying the time I spend with Augie and my beautiful little baby Eve. And I don't know, kind of gives me meaning and purpose and reason. And I think for the last few years, I've talked a lot about searching for meaning and searching for a reason and searching for purpose. And I think it's hard. I think a lot of divorced men, I don't think most men realize it when they're getting divorced, how tough it is being away from the family and being away from the kids and being away from the house and even being away from the wife. You know, you might be mad at her and she might have pissed you off or done something wrong, or I know women don't leave the toilet seat up, but maybe she left the toilet seat up. And you think things are going to be different, but life still goes on, and life's still challenging, and life's challenging without all the things that grounded you. And I don't know, I've been kind of drifting through feeling that way over the last couple of years. And just over the last few weeks, I've been able to spend a lot more time with my beautiful little babies. And I'll tell you what, nothing means more to me than spending time with my beautiful little babies and holding them when they're crying and changing a poopy diaper and wipe one of them. Actually, they both kind of have colds, but my little one, Eve, who's a beautiful little almost 11-month-old, has a runny nose, and she got her dad's cold, and I've been able to wipe off her little cold and cuddle her and laugh with her and giggle with her. And Augie will come over and throw a book on my lap and demand that I read it. And just really been enjoying that a lot. And thank you, Mike. Missed the morning with Molly. I do not know what you mean, Mike. How long have I been married? I've been married twice. And the first marriage lasted about 10 years. The second marriage, and this is really complicated. It's really complicated. We'd need to get out a timeline. First date. First argument. First time being thrown out of a house. First time moving back in a house. Proposal. We bought Holly. Second time being thrown out of a house. Third time coming back. I tell you, sometimes when you go back into a house, you get gifts. You get housewarming gifts. And the woman of your dreams buys you some nice slippers. And, I don't know, making up is fun. Fighting's not fun. And fighting's silly. And fighting's yucky. But sometimes fighting's part of it. And I think, for me, if I'd get in an argument with anybody, somebody I loved or a family member or a friend, I'd storm off and think things, I don't want this in my life. And I'd throw out the baby with the bathwater, whatever the expression is. And sometimes you don't need to do that. And sometimes you can just have an argument or a fight, and you can even get really mad at each other. But it can pass. And you don't want to make a life decision based on your immaturity, or you're in your spouse's immaturity, or you're in your spouse's ability to look past things and get over things and be nice and be kind. Don, I am 55 years old. Which people can buy for their loved ones on their link tree? Yes, Everlasting Bloom is very supportive of my link tree. Oh, yes, for anybody out there. This is so stupid. I'm shilling guessing. Do you remember what was the movie, Truman Show? And a lot of what I'm doing is kind of like the Truman Show. But Truman would be walking through his day, and he'll take a sip of RC Cola or whatever cola, and he'll go, this RC Cola is really refreshing. And I kind of have been jokingly doing this. Follow my page, Don. I'll get back to that. I've been doing that a little bit lately because I created a link tree. And I'm trying to figure out how to monetize this, to be honest. And if I have a product I like a lot, and I love these slippers, they're UGG slippers, they're probably about $100. But I'll tell you what, you get what you pay for sometimes in life, and you can wear these inside or outside, and they're comfy as heck, and they're warm, and it feels so good walking around on the hardwood floor or walking around as the weather cools, and having slippers on your feet. And if you got a dog, oh my gosh, if you got a dog who drinks out of the water bowl and trips all over the kitchen, you know, if you're wearing socks and you step in that, you got wet socks for the next 2 hours. Not a good feeling. But you float right through it with these slippers. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mike. Dawn asked if I started a family a little later. I sure did. Dawn, I got married for the first time in 2002, and I was 34 years old. And I had my first child when I was 37. So that's later already. And a beautiful girl named Erin, who I got to cheer on at a cross-country meet yesterday, who's all 17 now and a senior in high school, and a beautiful girl and a sweet girl and a kind girl and a girl that really tries hard and tries her best. And I had my second daughter 3 years later, a beautiful girl named Morgan, who I saw yesterday as well at the cross-country meet. She's 14, she's beautiful, she's gifted, she's got a bright spirit and a bright soul, and I don't know, just looks at life. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's hard to imagine yourself in somebody else's head, but I don't know. Life seems to just go well for her, and she's good at a lot of things, and I don't know, just really sweet. Hello, Debbie. And I got remarried in like 2020. Maybe this is why I got divorced, because I can't even remember when I got married. To a beautiful young woman who had 3 children of her own, and we had all these big dreams and big goals and big hopes, and we worked together, and she's smart and talented and funny and charming and challenging. Did I mention challenging? All rolled up into one, and a little bit crazy, but she's my crazy, and I'm a little bit crazy as well. And we were blessed with 2 beautiful little babies, a little boy named Augie and a little girl named Eve. And it feels nice having a second chance at being a dad. And I talk about it a lot. Being called dad is about the coolest thing in the world. And yeah, my 2 little ones can't really talk yet. They kind of work out a dada, but that's pretty sweet as well. And you know, but things happen in life, and things you don't expect happen, and problems happen in the second marriage, and emotions flared, and insecurities revealed themselves, and issues arose, and I think, again, immaturities that maybe we weren't ready for, and maybe things happened so quickly, and we expected things to be perfect and rosy and sunshiny and, you know, a fairy tale. And sometimes when you think things should be like a fairy tale, sometimes when you think things should be like a fairy tale and they don't work out just the way you dreamed, life can feel like it's fallen apart, and you can feel like you made horrible decisions or wrong decisions or bad decisions. And if you're not in a good place and your significant other might not be in the right place, you can make rash decisions that can impact your life and the life of everyone you love. And I don't know. Sometimes I think it's best to, I don't know, move a little slower. And I've not always been good at moving slower. Sometimes I've moved very rashly and done some things, but you know, it's who I am. I'm emotional. I can love deeply, but I can get uh, angry too. And, you know, it's two sides of the same coin. And sometimes it can, you know, feel like the greatest thing in the world, you know, and then it can feel really horrible and yucky and lonely and sad and yucky. Rain said, but you love your sauerkraut. I do love my sauerkraut, Rain. I bought a 10-pack of bratwurst about a week ago. Or microwaved them. I grilled them all up, got a big jar of sauerkraut, some Grey Poupon mustard. Probably ate two of the bratwurst right off the grill. But then I was left with eight delicious bratwurst in the fridge. And every day, might be even for breakfast, I break out a bratwurst, throw it in the microwave, cook it up for 45 seconds, throw on a big thing of sauerkraut, some brown mustard, and I'll tell you what, it is so good and so easy and so full of protein and maybe so fattening and maybe so unhealthy in a bunch of different ways. But yes, I do love my sauerkraut. Robert Patrick says, at least I took a swing. Oh, I sure did. I keep taking swings, Robert. There's been times in golf, and it kind of parallels relationships, or at least this relationship, where I'd take a swing and I'd almost whiff. And I think I was at Whistling Straits Golf Course, which is one of the most by far the most beautiful golf course I've ever played, up in Kohler, Wisconsin. And if you played it today, it'd probably cost, I don't know, $500 to play. And my ball was sitting down in a little rut or a divot, and I swung, and I completely missed. And it was fairly embarrassing. I mean, it wasn't so embarrassing. I was with my two older brothers and my friend Rich. But I was so angry, I just started swinging frantically at the ball because I hated that ball because it was laughing at me as it sat there and I whiffed at it. And sometimes I think those emotions happen in other things too, in other areas of our lives. And I remember as a kid, I used to throw tantrums. My brothers would pick on me and pretend they were picking their nose and throwing it in my cereal. Well, let me tell you, I did not like that. And I'd pick up a bowl and throw it at them. Or I'd get mad at something because it wasn't perfect and I'd tear it all down and storm off. But I'm trying to work through that because I'm a work in progress. RJ's here. RJ, where have you been? Where have you been? I've missed you. I appreciate you're here now, RJ. Fortunately, we made Everlasting Bloom a moderator because Everlasting Bloom had to lower the hammer, not the silent hammer. The silent hammer's another moderator. I'm going to have another bite of my Nutri-Grain bar because I'm hungry. RJ, we talked about the coffee, but I'll forgive you because you're a good man. I'll just pour a little more. We'll pretend I'm doing it for the first time. Steam still rising. Oh yeah, it is. RJ, I think it's the fall blend coffee. And I'll tell you what, the fall blend's pretty good. But I was really tricked this morning. I poured myself a cup of fall blend, took a big swig, and realized the fall blend I was drinking wasn't pure fall blend. It was fall blend with some cinnamon added and some nutmeg added. And I was so excited going, wow, this might be the most delicious coffee I've ever had. This might be the perfect cup of coffee, the new coffee I'm going to be bragging about all day on Coffee with Ken. And then I realized that my coffee had been tampered with. And that it wasn't true fall blend coffee, but it was called fall blend with cinnamon and with nutmeg, which, by the way, is delicious. Is delicious. It's okay, RJ. I'll tell you what, it's really good when you add cinnamon and nutmeg. But other than that, it's pretty darn good. Thank you, Robert Patrick. And Sandy Shepherd canned 60 jars of sauerkraut. Wow. I bet you sauerkraut wouldn't be too hard to make. I mean, I don't know how to make it. I don't know how to make anything. I don't know how to... I mean, I'm eating a Nutri-Grain and a banana because I don't like... I mean, I guess we all eat Nutri-Grains and bananas. I guess just because I'm eating a banana doesn't mean I don't know how to cook. Hello, Phil Mako. You should see my son, Augie. You should see my son, Augie. He's the cutest little nugget of love. He loves bananas. He loves bananas. Good morning. Had somebody walking their dog by. Somebody just walked one way with a German Shepherd, and somebody's walking another way with a Siberian Husky. Between you and me, both dogs kind of scare me because they're like wolves. But anyway, my son Augie, he's 2.5, and he's my little nugget of love. He loves a banana. He loves bananas almost more than anything. And he'll open up his mouth, and I'll try and work it where I just give him like a little angle to nibble at part of it, or just try and keep it so he can only take, but he'll get his mouth around, like that, and then take as big of a bite as he can, mush it around, and then hold some here and finish it and then put it back. Put a little peanut butter on it for him. Very easy to can and awesome with baked pork chops. Oh, Sandy Shepherd. Sandy Shepherd. Hey, Christine. Christine, what kind of dog do you have in your picture? Good morning, Kayla. Well, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. I thought we were going to have a little small audience today, but we're building up a little momentum as I continue to talk. It's interesting. I always say it's interesting. I always post these videos on various social media platforms after I do them, and I'll rewatch them, and I'll clip them up. And yesterday I talked for about 51 minutes in the morning, and wasn't able ever to post that video to any social media platforms. I was kind of stressed about it, and I was trying to do it last night, and I was trying to figure out a way, and I kept working at it, and I thought I'd figured it out, and I posted here on TikTok, and it was posted without any sound. And so I deleted it, and this morning I was about to go at it and, try and figure it out, but then I kind of thought, that just keep moving forward, and don't worry about that video. There must be a reason that it wasn't able to be processed and wasn't able to be uploaded and able to be edited and clipped and done everything else. And just keep moving forward. A Bernese Mountain Dog, I thought so. Thank you. She's afraid of Shepherds and Huskies too. Yeah, Bernese Mountain Dogs are nice. It was a genius thought, Everlasting Bloom. It came to me as if in a dream. But I don't know how much I have for you. I don't know how much I have for you. I don't know how much I have for you today. I know it's Sunday morning. I know I'm excited about my day. It's my Labor Day. I'm staring at a barbecue grill right there. I might run to the store. Is merch on the way? Yes, merch is on the way. Great question, Everlasting Bloom. All sorts of merch. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to be done, but it's going to be super cool and super fun. I would like to sell stuff like that. I mean, not to make money, just because it'd be fun. Yeah, it'd be fun. And it's so easy to put the Coffee with Ken logo on everything, but there's a bunch of other things we could add. It's 8 a.m., Sandy Shepherd. That means I've been talking about 40 minutes. A Ken and Barbie doll. You're right. There should be bald Ken. Don't get me started on the Barbie movie. It still stings. I'm Knuff. Maybe a Labor Day release. I don't know, Everlasting Bloom, because I'm already the social media manager, the content producer. the director, I can't do it all. I can't also be the choreographer. Pickles or relish? Pickles. I don't. Relish is usually like very sweet. And I'll eat it if it's already thrown on a pre-made hot dog. But I don't know if I've ever purchased relish. I doubt I have. But I've certainly purchased dill pickles because those are kind of fun and they're sour. They're dill. And they're nice and they got a nice crunch. But relish seems to be often sweet. And I don't know if I want sweet stuff bouncing around on my bratwurst or hot dog. Hey, do you guys eat mango salsa regular? Definitely not mango. Again, mango salsa is sweet. Regular, I would say, but one thing I've discovered, and it's from working in a grocery store and from recently being divorced, also known as thrown out of your house. You, as a single guy, you know, it's easy to go shopping and buy the same things every time. But working in a grocery store, there's all sorts of difference. You know, you wouldn't know it, but there's all sorts of varieties out there. And if you work in a big one, you know, you discover other things and go, hey, this might be nice. And I came across some various green salsas that are so good. And now when I cook a frozen burrito or nachos or what have you, and you add a little green salsa, it feels like you're at a Mexican restaurant, like you're really fancying it up. Good morning, Lisa Strong. Somebody asked a question that I thought was worth answering. Not that all of your questions aren't equally important to me. What was it? I was about to say something earth-shattering. There was something. Oh, wait, it had something to do, not merch, something to do with something. Something to do with some, oh, come on. I'm sorry. I'm probably going to lose viewers as I wrestle with what I was thinking about. There was definitely something I wanted to say, and it was to settle an argument. Not an argument, a disagreement. A slight variance in opinions. Maybe if I just downplay the words I'm using, I'll go from a fight to an argument, to a disagreement, to a variance in opinions. And suddenly, if it's just a variance of opinions, you don't storm out of the house or get thrown out for a variance of opinions, do you? Good morning, Mitchell. Oh, well, thank you, Mitchell. I appreciate it. Oh. Yeah, let's have a little more coffee. I'll think about it. I might just drag on this conversation till I can remember what the variance of opinions was. Oh, Mitchell, sending me roses. 10, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 23, 24, 28. Is it anybody's birthday? 43, 45. How high is this going to go? How high is this going to go? Can you guys see the rose count? It's exciting. Everlasting Bloom just felt jealous and wanted to up it. But look at this. I don't know if there's any gamblers or former gamblers, but when you hit the slots, they start dumping out coins and you don't know how many you're going to get. I don't know when this is going to stop. Looks like it stopped at 121. Hey, I got my hat on. I wonder why. I so appreciate, Mitchell, you sending me those roses. I really do. I really do. And I know you guys spend money on it, so I really appreciate the gifts. But I wonder why Mitchell decided, I'm going to send 121 roses. I mean, it's a very round number, or not round number. Not round number at all. I could see 100, maybe even 500 for somebody with a big bank account, a big TikTok bank. I had 121 coins on. Okay, well, thank you. That makes sense. Well, that's the sweetest thing. How much does a coin cost? Look at RJ. He's not here for me. He's here to grab my viewers. Grab my viewers. I had a viewer. Well, I won't bring it up, but yeah. I know that's what she was doing. Not really. She was nice. But she started going live and kind of following my format. And suddenly all my viewers went over and started watching her. They all abandoned me. Sometimes that happens. Look at that. See? Look at this. RJ and Everlasting Bloom are going to become fast friends. Oh, RJ, well, you're sweet. You're sweet. It was my insecurities showing. We were almost had a fight, but then we realized it was just a variance in opinions. Oh, well, 29 cents for 20 coins? That's the sweetest thing. Well, I appreciate it, Mitchell. So you spent $1.80 on me, or $1.74. That's sweet of you. Wide-eyed worsty. I'm starting to blush with the bounty of gifts I'm getting, and it's distracting me from deep thoughts. Such a beautiful morning, and I just heard a bird chirping, and at first, to be honest with you, good morning, two-girl mom. How are you? RJ sending weights. RJ, I was debating, should I lift weights today? And it is a day to lift weights. I'm trying to work into a regular routine, and certainly the more I work at Super Target, the more I go to the gym, because it's between my work and my home, and it feels so good pumping iron. I like to say pumping iron, but really it's just dumbbells and planks and maybe some sit-ups and stretching and almost some pull-ups, but let's not get too ahead. Auburn girl, did you go to an Auburn football game? You probably did. Two-girl mom is back. You know why they call her two-girl mom? You probably do. Who'd Auburn play? Hello, Keith. How are you? Hello, K. Marie. It's exciting. More people are joining. I can't sign off when more people are joining. I started so early. And again, I talk about the Jerry Lewis Muscular Dystrophy Telethon. It went on over Labor Day weekend, and it was like 48 hours of Jerry Lewis and various comedians and actors doing stuff. Good morning, Scott Maxfield. We have not got Knuff. That would be a great shirt. Can't get it Knuff. We're thinking about merchandising. We're going to make millions. I don't know who we is. We being the plural version of me and whoever's riding along to help me. Because I'm just one man. I'm just one man who likes to talk to his phone and who shares what he perceives as wisdom to an audience of people that like drinking coffee. Yeah, I saw Jimmy Buffett died. Yes to the Knuff shirt. Okay, can't get Knuff. I mean, they probably patented the Knuff shirt. But we'll do a spinoff, and we'll make it our own. We will make it our own. Wait, somebody blocked Ken's pajama pants? Were they saying mean things? My pajama pants even have trolls. Well, that's charming. You know when you've made it when people are mocking, when you're pajama pants and people are mocking you. Good job, little pajama pants. You're being mocked. Ken's pajamas going viral. Everybody's doing it. Maybe I should sell these. I should probably sell these on my Linktree. We need a Ken emoji on the shirt. My PJs have their own profile. Can't get Knuff coffee. That's a good one, Sandy Shepard. Somebody should be writing these down. Can you put a link for the pajamas? Can I put a link for the pajamas? I wonder if I can. I bet that I can. If I had somebody that could help me with that, I'm sure I would. Everlasting Bloom confidently says yes. But again, I think Everlasting Bloom's only here to develop a relationship with RJ because she heard he can do 5 pull-ups and I can't even do 1. And he likes to cook, although he likes to cook gross things with mustard and peanut butter. But anyway. Well, you guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. And I've so enjoyed my morning with you. I really do. I really have. And I really do every day. And I look forward to going live with you and drinking my coffee and sharing a little bit about my day and sharing a little bit about my feelings and my morning and my family. And thank you so much, Sandy. And I appreciate you guys because you guys do mean a lot to me. There's been a lot of dark times for me over the last couple of years and a lot of days where I didn't want to do this, but I'd go live and I'd always feel a little bit better after I did. And I think I've done a lot of praying, and God tells me to keep moving forward and keep doing what I'm doing. And I don't always have, uh, do I talk to my neighbors much? When I see them, I just yell to somebody. I do talk to my neighbors. I missed the news on how the cross-country meet went yesterday. It went awesome. I did a video on it, Christine. I posted it to YouTube. I went to my daughter's cross-country meet yesterday, Erin, and she's a senior in high school, and she runs for Oswego East, and she's running varsity. It was a little warm, but I went to a course. I don't know, it took like 25 minutes. I rode my scooter. It was super cool. I pulled up to the course, and I remembered from previous years at this meet that the parking lot gets full very quickly, and there's police officers guiding cars down this road, and it's like a half-mile walk. It's crazy. And I pulled up in my scooter, and I talked to the officer, and I go, "You got room for one more?" And he goes, "Yeah, come on in," because the scooter can kind of fit anywhere. Thank you, Sandy. Scooter can kind of fit anywhere, and it did. And it was just super exciting, and it was a beautiful day, and the course was gorgeous, and the trees were beautiful, and the sun was beautiful, and Erin did a great job, but it was a hilly course, and she looked tired, but she just about got her best time ever. But this course was longer, harder, than the other course where she had her PR. So I think this was probably her best race yet. And I'll tell you what, cross country's hard. Cross country's hard. You not that playing basketball or volleyball or football is not tough. And I know the kids out there, playing football practice hard all summer in the heat wearing pads. But at the end of the day, when they're competing, they're playing a game that's fun to do. And volleyball's a fun sport, and golf's a fun sport, and all those guys in these, things, those are fun. Let me tell you, running cross country hurts. There's very little fun to it. And as a guy that ran a good chunk of his life competitively, I look back and wonder, why? It hurt. And seeing my girl's face running up the hills going, looking at her dad and making eye contact going, I'm going to make it, Dad. She was so mad at me. She's always mad at me. She's a lot like her dad, always mad at somebody. And near the end, I told her it was just about finished. You're just about finished. I'm serious. You're almost done. And she was still about half mile left. And so when she did get to the finish, and I did cheer her again when she was just about finished, she came up and said, "Dad, you told me it was just about finished, and I still had to take turn, and I wasn't anywhere near the finish." And I hugged her and kissed her and told her how proud I was and ignored her anger towards me. Because that's what I think you do. Let's get him to 8K before he signs off. 8K, you're only at 5,500, 5,400. I so appreciate you doing it. I so appreciate you doing it because, yeah, wow, some runners run fast. Some runners run fast. I mean, they all run fast. I don't know. I mean, I used to probably be able to run fast and look like I was running fast. I probably was running fast. But now I hurt myself if I run across the yard or run on the treadmill. I was running on the treadmill at the gym for like a week, and my knee started hurting. And I had to stop. Yeah, I don't know. But 7.7, well, I'm behind. I don't understand. I don't know what's going on. 6.1. RJ and Everlasting Bloom are saying different things. IDK liked my live. I appreciate that, IDK. I really appreciate y'all. We got a nice crowd. It's always hard for me to say bye-bye to a nice crowd. But I'm hungry. What was for dinner? What was for dinner? What was for dinner? I'm having a problem staying awake. I'm having a problem having dinner. I fall asleep so early. Ooh, pick to click. Movie of the day. Movie of the night. I started watching it last night, and fell asleep, to be honest. But don't let the fact that I fell asleep on the movie make you think it wasn't a good one. I'm going to finish it tonight, and it is Deadpool 2. It is Deadpool 2. I think it's every bit, if not better, than the first one. It's more funny. I think I'm a fan of Ryan Reynolds. I might be developing a man crush on Ryan Reynolds. Pretty face or ugly face. For those that haven't seen it, he goes through some scientific experiment, and his normally handsome self gets disfigured. He loses his hair, but I got a soft spot for bald guys. I mean, not a soft spot for bald guys, but I'm bald. And but he's a superhero that cannot be killed. And he's telling funny jokes the whole time. And I think Ryan Reynolds is really funny. And I don't know. Yeah, really funny. And I just see that's my pick to click tonight. So I'm going to watch it tonight or finish it tonight. And I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to my day. I'm looking forward to drinking some coffee. Looking forward to loving on my babies. Looking forward to enjoying this Sunday. Looking forward to Labor Day weekend. Maybe looking forward to taking my scooter to the grocery store and picking up some sauerkraut, maybe some bratwurst, maybe eat. Oh, okay. We came back. We brought ourselves back. I have a question for you. When you're grilling, obviously we all like hamburgers. We all like hot dogs. Bratwurst has a place in it, but does Italian sausage have a place on a grill, a place on a bun, a place with mustard, a place with sweet peppers? Do you eat Italian sausage in a bun, or is it just for like a side on a spaghetti? Thank you, RJ. Thank you, RJ. Yeah, I think Italian sausage. I'll tell you what, if I only had one thing to eat off a grill the rest of my life, it'd probably be a hamburger, to be honest with you. But if I had only one thing, to eat that looked like that. Thank you, Ryland. Yeah, we're building up a little momentum. That's so funny, because that's the question I had. Because I've been told by somebody who I generally value their opinion, but oftentimes we'll have variances of opinions, that Italian sausage is not for the grill, is not for a bun, is not for mustard, but it is. And you get the spicy, you can get the mild, you can get the medium, you can get Italian sausage with little bits of cheese already cooked in it. Oh, yeah, sauerkraut with German mustard, Sandy Shepherd, yeah. You could, if I was a vegetarian, by the way, I would eat a ton of sauerkraut. I would toast up my buns lightly on the grill, I'd fill it with sauerkraut, and I'd pour brown mustard all over it and eat it as if there was a hot dog or an Italian sausage or even a bratwurst inside. Oh, everlasting bloom. Yeah, if you weren't sending me so many roses, you'd be muted. Hey, Rocket Squirrel, thank you for joining. Reams and Elburn. What do you think? I've always been a western suburb guy. I've lived in townhomes, I've lived in condos, I've lived in apartments, I've lived in single-family homes. Could I live on 5 acres of land somewhere off the beaten path, somewhere 20 minutes from downtown, from a town, somewhere where I'd get I'm picturing a red and black kind of matching my PJs coat with one of these fur lapels, if that's the right word, and maybe a cowboy hat, and ride into town in my F-150. Country music blaring. Maybe a piece of straw out my mouth. Could I live in such a remote area, such further off the beaten path, somewhere where I don't even know if I could get Wi-Fi? Somewhere where my nearest neighbor would be half mile down the road? Could I do this? Sometimes I dream of it. Sometimes I Sandy Shepherd is lighting me up. Sandy Shepherd, hey, it's not stopping. I'm getting more roses. She sent 129. That's 250, and I feel horrible. I feel horrible. I already forgot who sent me 121 earlier. Everlasting sent one. One. They're the person that don't like the Italian sausages. But, well, anyway, this has been fun. This has been a lot of fun. Somebody sent me a new universe. I don't know what that means. Oh, Sandy Shepard. I almost feel like I'm just, again, I talked about it yesterday, shaking a can. Give me a penny, please. Penny for your thoughts. There was a time in life, and again, I like hugs. And maybe this is one of the reasons I got my second divorce. My second wife didn't appreciate my love of hugs. And we worked together in real estate, and I would go in, and I worked for a very huggy, feely, friendly office called Keller Williams in Naperville. And we'd give hugs, and I'd give like 20 hugs, and I hugged men, which was a little unusual, but I got through it. And if the man was comfortable with it, I was comfortable with it. I wonder, and I thought about this, could you have a business where you'd like need a hug? Donations accepted or something like that. Get like 50 cents or $1 per hug. Loretta says yes, I think so. This is a user, or Skybaki, gave me his address in the Bronx. I'm rocking at in Naperville, Illinois. That's where I'm at. I'll take a chug. Sandy Shepard said, there's nothing better than hugs and cuddling and dancing in the kitchen. Now, Sandy, just for fun, I'm going to tease you and say, well, that's 3 things. So what's the best? Professional cuddlers. I think if I did that, my ex-wife would have really had a problem. And I don't know if I could have been comfortable spooning with a man. So I would have to limit it to women. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be comfortable spooning with a man. Oh, yes. Is she jealous? Well, yes, she is. She was. She'd scowl. I tend to flirt with the world. I don't just flirt with women. I certainly don't just flirt with beautiful women. I don't flirt. I'm just very friendly. Yeah, that's right, Kayla. She is. Yeah, I don't just flirt with women or beautiful women. I'll kind of be friendly to everybody. You know, it doesn't matter who or what or where. I don't know. And my little nugget of love, Augie, takes out after me. He'll blow kisses. We're going to go to church in an hour or 2. I don't even know what time it is. I probably should go in because I got to evaluate where my schedule is and where my day is. And, but my little nugget of love will blow kisses freely. 723, thank you so much. We'll blow kisses left and right, whether it be man, whether it be woman. Although I do think he prefers blowing kisses to women. He's a charmer. He's a ladies man. Hello, Damian Wolf. Thank you so much for joining. I'm about to be signing off. I have talked more than an hour. And there's a slight issue with that. It's a very slight issue that I don't need to explain to you. But it makes it a little bit more challenging for me to edit up my videos. I got such a backlog. I'm maybe never going to edit it. Maybe my life would be better if I just erased all the past live videos I had and started anew and started with today. Damien, it's a beautiful day. It's probably in the 60s. I think it's going to be pretty warm later. And it's going to be a little warm later, but it's gorgeous right now, and it's going to be a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to going in there and getting some real breakfast and eating more than my Nutri-Grain and my banana. Oh my gosh. 41 people suddenly. Every time I threaten to sign up, for anyone new out there, please follow my page. Please like my videos. Please share my content. Please go to my link tree if you're looking at for any gifts. If you got a 55-year-old bald man in your life that you love, besides me, there's little things I like on my link tree. One more chug. All right. Do you want me to chug it? I'm going to slam it, RJ. We got probably 3-4 ounces in here, so let's chug it. Kayla, great seeing you. Thank you guys so much for joining. I'm so excited about my Sunday. I'm getting over my cold, but I want to get in there and get my day going and get a new pot of coffee going and get some breakfast and get my little nugget of love and get off to church and then get home and have an awesome, awesome day. And I hope you have an awesome, awesome day as well. Hope you had a great night's sleep. You're enjoying the long weekend. You're feeling good. You're loving yourself. You're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.